Okay, let's dive right into an explainer that's honestly going to challenge everything we thought we knew about the emotional lives of animals. For the longest time, we just assumed the animal kingdom operated purely on instinct. Just survival, basic needs, the whole shebang. But what happens when science literally proves that animals are often way smarter and profoundly more emotional than we ever gave them credit for? Today, we're counting down 7 incredible animals that show serious signs of a trait we usually like to keep just for ourselves.
So, the big question. Is empathy uniquely human? It's a massive question, right? Our human ego has long assumed that we're the only creatures on this planet capable of truly feeling for others. We really pride ourselves on it. Our ability to show compassion, to mourn, to help folks in distress. But are we actually alone in that? Or have we just not been paying close enough attention to the world right in front of us?
Because modern science, it's completely shattering our old assumptions. The traditional view kept deep empathy strictly exclusive to humans, but emerging science is showing us that animals exhibit incredibly complex emotional responses and, actual compassion. By the end of this explainer, you'll see exactly how empathy is hardwired right across nature.
Section 1. Compassion in the Wild. Mourning Giants and Helpful Brains.
Coming in at number 7, we've got the magnificent mourning giants themselves, elephants. Now, they've long been famous for their super complex social structures and these unbreakable emotional bonds, basically relying entirely on their community to survive the hard times. But what's absolutely staggering here is the depth of it. They don't just briefly comfort each other with a gentle trunk touch when things go south. They actively mourn. Researchers have documented them visiting the bones of their deceased companions long after the death. Going back to a lost herd member like that is a massive testament to a deep, lingering empathetic understanding. They remember, and they genuinely grieve.
Let's keep moving. At number 6, we're dropping into the ocean to meet the helpful brains of the sea, dolphins. Obviously, we all know dolphins have this reputation for being playful and crazy smart, but their capacity for empathy? It's right up there with their intellect.
Check this out. There are documented cases of dolphins actively helping sick or injured individuals reach the surface just so they can breathe. And it's not even just their own kind. They've actually been known to assist humans in distress at sea, too. So their playful intelligence is completely matched by this almost heroic drive to understand and react to the suffering of others, no matter the species. Moving on to number 5, we dry off and find our everyday companions, dogs. If you've got a pup at home, you already know, for sure, they are absolute masters at reading human emotions. But the actual scientific data backing up this connection is wild.
When studies expose dogs to neutral sounds, they just do their normal dog thing. But when they hear a human crying, the contrast is night and day. They show this intense emotional response and literally try to comfort the upset person. Seriously, it's no surprise they make such amazing therapy animals. They respond directly to our tears with genuine empathy.
But hey, think about this for a second. We completely expect this from dogs, right? But what about animals we usually view as pests? It's super easy to accept empathy from a cuddly golden retriever, but to really grasp how deep this goes in the animal kingdom, we've got to look into some pretty unexpected scientific territory. Which brings us to number 4. We're heading into the laboratory for an incredibly surprising finding about rats. Yep, you heard that right. Rats are remarkably emotional creatures. In these controlled lab experiments, researchers watch this fascinating step-by-step sequence. Step 1, a rat sees a fellow rat locked in a cage. Step 2, they actively work to free that trapped rat. And step 3, and this is the craziest part, they will literally give up a reward and share their food to make it happen. Empathy and selflessness are absolutely not reserved for just large or complex animals. This proves compassion exists even in the smallest of mammals. Section 2. Ocean Giants and Primate Cousins, Escalating Complexity. Hitting the top 3 now. At number 3, we have the incredibly peaceful and caring bonobos. Now, bonobos are very close relatives to chimps, and they're famous for their peaceful nature and super tight social bonds. Research actually describes their post-conflict behavior as, quote, kissing, hugging, and sharing food. When tension pops up, they don't hold grudges. They engage in deep physical contact to comfort each other. It's fascinating because it directly mimics the way we humans repair our own social bonds. Down to number 2. We're heading back out to the ocean to look at emotional giants with massively impressive brains, whales. Get this,
Humpback whales have actually been observed actively attempting to protect entirely different species from predators like orcas. I mean, no way, right? This isn't just some biological programming to save their own babies. This is a profound empathetic understanding that still completely baffles scientists today. They literally put themselves in harm's way to stop another creature's suffering.
And finally, taking the #1 spot, we reach our closest evolutionary relatives, chimpanzees. They share so many of our emotional and social traits, they are basically the ultimate standard for empathy in the animal world.
Look at this definition. Empathy is the ability to put oneself in another's shoes and respond to their pain and fear with visible concern. Well, chimpanzees are the undisputed masters of this. They constantly comfort each other, cooperate, and react to their peers with intense concern. Their emotional intelligence is so advanced that scientists literally use them as the primary focus when studying the origins of morality itself.
So, what does all this mean? It leads us to a massive paradigm shift. If animals, from rats to dogs, elephants to chimpanzees, can truly understand our pain and the pain of others, how does that change how we treat them? The big takeaway from this explainer is that empathy is definitely not a uniquely human trait. It's a shared language of the natural world. So I want to leave you with this lingering, provocative thought. If they have the capacity to step into our shoes, maybe it's time we fully step into theirs. Keep learning, keep questioning, and I'll catch you next time.